The summer of 2019, I was living in an apartment. I was addicted to drugs. I was out of money and I was out of hope. And I decided that I wanted peace. And I came to the conclusion that the only way I could get peace was to end my own life. But after experiencing what I've experienced, I now realize why I didn't die. And I was in the psych ward for about a week, and at this point the caseworker in the psych ward I was at came in and told me, she said, "Scott, you gotta go." She said, "You can't stay here anymore." And I said, "Well, I don't have any place to go." And she said, "Let me make a couple phone calls and I'll see what I can do." About 2 hours later, she came back and she said, "There's a place in St. Louis City, the Salvation Army Adult Rehabilitation Center, which will take you." She said, "And you'll be going there tomorrow morning." And I didn't want to go. And when I got out, I was standing at the bottom of the 13 steps out in front of the place, and something made me go inside, which I didn't realize at the time what that something was, but I figured that out later on. This Saturday, the first week that you're here, you have to work out on the dock. It was about 95 degrees outside. And I was still detoxing from drugs. And when I got done that day, I was tired, I was miserable, and I was completely soaked with sweat. I remember walking in here and just saying, "I can't do this." And I sat down in one of the pews, and I looked up at the stained glass figure of Jesus Christ up there, and there was music playing. And all of a sudden, I was overcome with this strange feeling that everything was going to be okay. And I didn't understand what had happened at that time, but I've come to realize that at that time, God touched my life. When I walked out of the chapel that day, I felt different. And I couldn't explain it. I just knew that all the worry, all of the misery that I had for the first 2 or 3 days, all of a sudden it was gone. And I had an overwhelming feeling that I was going to be okay.